Speaking of week one, a big decision looming for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin saying after the game that he's going to make the quarterback one decision at the end of this work week, saying, quote, it's going to be Steelers versus Steelers. So we're focused on that. And then we'll have plenty of time to focus on the Falcons. What do you think about Tomlin saying he's going to wait to announce his QB1 till the end of this work week?
Yeah, I think everybody knows except for those who don't want to believe it. That's where we're at. I'm pretty sure the Pittsburgh Steelers know. I'm pretty sure all their players know. I'm pretty sure Russell Wilson and Justin Fields know. I'm pretty sure me and you know. I'm pretty sure everybody else listening knows. The Steelers don't really have a quarterback competition, and Russ leading a touchdown drive in his first drive for the or against the Lions literally just put a cap on. Okay, there it is. That's it. It's over. Russ is the starter. We'll move on. You know, Justin's the number 2. I thought Justin looked good. But essentially, by the end of this, all it was, is Justin Fields good enough to get consideration next season? Can the Steelers turn to him and say, if Russ isn't here in 2 years or in a year, can Justin be the guy for the Steelers in a year? It all makes sense. And we've just followed the pattern, and the pattern has said the same thing. Russell Wilson's the starter. I mean, you don't have Cam. I was watching Cam Hayward's podcast the other day with Russ, his interview with Russ, and it's a phenomenal interview. So go check it out if you haven't. But Russ talks about being recruited by TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick and spending 2 hours on a FaceTime call with Cam Hayward. And you just don't get that type of effort. The Steelers don't put that type of effort into getting someone here if that guy's not going to be the starter. So you already knew what was going on. I think the Justin Fields thing just fell into their lap, and it was a great circumstance for the Steelers. But right from the jump, this was Russ's job. Mike Tomlin's made it very clear that this is Russ's job. It remains Russ's job. I don't know when a decision will be made, and I think the Steelers are going to obviously push this out and make us wait as long as possible. I could see it going as long as next Tuesday with his press conference, but we know it's Russ. Russ is going to be the guy. Now it's just kind of waiting for Mike Tomlin to say it's official and we could end all this nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you needed to see on Saturday, right? It was a 5-play drive. The second he pulled them, it tells you not only that the decision is made now, it tells you that this decision was made a while ago, because it's not like Russell Wilson has been showing all of this throughout camp. This is a guy that missed the first half of camp, and you still said, you know what, 5 plays, I think we've seen enough in this final game. That tells me that a lot of this time, and I think most of us kind of had an idea that the door was never really fully open for Justin Fields, but they wanted to keep the light on, as Mike Tomlin likes to say, to give him an opportunity to impress people and to give him an opportunity to have that feel of chasing in the quarterback competition, even though we know that week one, it was going to be Russell Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing's changed. Justin, I think I liked what I've seen out of Justin. I'm glad that Justin made this a conversation to be had, but inside the building, it was not a conversation. Can Justin prove that he's got some play in the NFL, and maybe we'll consider him next year? Because even if Russ comes out here and plays well and the Steelers look good, if you don't win a Super Bowl this year and you go into next year, unless Russ has taken an incredibly team-friendly deal, you got to be looking at it and saying maybe Justin has the upside that we need for a long-term quarterback solution. And that's where the Steelers eventually turn to, because you can't just sign Russell Wilson after Russell Wilson after Russell Wilson and expect it to happen. So I don't expect a decision to be made, but that being said, or I don't expect a decision to shock us. That being said, a decision will be made, I guess, by the end of the week. If I had to guess, it's Tuesday. If I had to guess, it's next Tuesday during his press conference. That's where I would look at the quarterback decision to be made.